All right, should be live. I'm gonna get the video shared out as usual here. It's Cryptober day 7, so I'm gonna be drawing a Gremlin today. So I've got the werewolf that I've been working on for the cryptid book there. Our Kickstarter launches on Tuesday. Anybody that hasn't checked out our stuff yet, let's see. Got the video. Gonna try getting this shared. All right, I got the video shared out there. Let me see if I can share out the Twitch real quick. And then we'll commence drawing a gremlin. All right, let's see if I can get a drawing here. So yeah, this is the werewolf that I'm working on. You might have seen this last night on Thursday Night Throwdown. I'm working on that for Scarlet's Field Guide to Cryptids and Other Creatures, which launches on Tuesday on Kickstarter, and I will share that link here in the chat and comments for everybody. You can go over and click the notify at launch button, and it'll let you know when we go live on Tuesday. I think our game plan is 7 p.m. Eastern on Tuesday. Might adjust that. Kind of depends on our schedule, but that's the tentative game plan. So that's why I'm doing daily cryptid sketches for the month of October. I'm going to be drawing 20 different cryptids. They will be available in a package. In Kickstarter, there will be a package where you can get the book and one of these original sketches. Like I mentioned, shooting for doing 20 of them. We got 20 planned out. So I mean, I can do that with the current schedule. That's what we'll have. And anybody that's tuning in, if you've got questions, want to talk cryptids, want to chat about other nerdy stuff, feel free to post in the comments or the chat there. Andre, Sean Forney, the legend continues. We'll go with that. So it's bad because I can't remember if I was drawing the gremlins in the previous book with 3 or 4 fingers. So we're going to consult the old reference here. And it looks like I was doing 4. All right, so I'm roughing out my little Gremlin here. All right, so got a rough sketch going for the Gremlin here. I'm gonna work on kind of working in some other rough details before I decide to tighten this up, and keep working away at this thing here. And again, if anybody's got questions, comments, whatever, feel free to throw it in there. And Jason says, I realize it's silly, but anytime I see Gremlin art, I like to imagine a panicked William Shatner just off the page. It's the little things. I like that idea. That's pretty cool. I haven't seen that bit from Twilight Zone in a long time. So I hope everybody's enjoying their Friday, a little TGIF. Morning, Jamie. Thanks for tuning in. Morning, Danny. Thanks for joining. I don't know anybody else that might have tuned in yet, but if you haven't caught the little spiel sales pitch here, our Kickstarter is launching on Tuesday. The link is in the comments, the chat there. Scarlet's Field Guide to Cryptids and Other Creatures is launching Tuesday, probably about 7 p.m. Eastern. We'll get that finalized over the weekend as we get some of the other stuff put up on the Kickstarter campaign. But We've got 16 artist creator friends contributing to the book. We've got 30 different creatures, maybe 31, depending on where we get. We're aiming for at least 64 pages of artwork and story. It's not going to be a standard comic book. It's going to be a lot of prose stories with eyewitness accounts, because it's going to be Scarlett's personal journal. So it's going to be a bit different. It's going to be an update on a book we did back in 2011. It's going to be like volume 1.5, we've decided. It's not quite volume 2, but much more of an upgrade than what we had done the first go around, because the first one we did was like I want to say 33 pages. It ended up an odd page count. So we're going to go through and make this book the way we intended to do the original one. Full color. All sorts of great artwork and stories. A lot of fun, and giving everybody a little taste of the other stuff that Scarlett does outside of hunting werewolves. If you picked up our last book, Scarlet Huntress Adventures, you probably saw that Scarlett did tangle with some gremlins in that book. So eventually some of these stories may end up making their way into the actual comics, but we've got a bunch of story ideas that we know we'd never be able to fit into, trying to do the comic book. So that's why we came up with this idea of doing this field guide book. We can tell some of these other stories of some of the other various creatures she hunts down, or tracks down, or discovers. A variety of different occasions arise in the stories. And don't forget to join Rodney Fike and I tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern. We're going to be doing our sketch-off battle with Blade versus Hellboy. We're doing a little kind of tribute to Guillermo del Toro tonight. We're trying to pick from all the horror and Halloween-oriented suggestions everybody had been giving us. And we both really like that idea. Danny, appreciate the additional share on the link to the Kickstarter there, buddy. So we're on Facebook for anybody else watching on Twitch and YouTube. The link is in the chat, the comments there. I'll share it again before we wrap up here. Oh man, it is early. It's not really early, but I'm just definitely beat. I wake up, came a little too early this morning. And again, if anybody's got questions, want to talk cryptids, want to talk anything else nerdy, feel free to throw it in the comments there. Got questions on, tools, techniques, things of that nature, let me know. Jamie, thanks so much. Jamie says, I'm stoked for the Kickstarter. Ready to get all the books. I appreciate that, man. Appreciate it. Anybody out there watching, if you would share that link with your friends. Tell them we got this thing launching. Every bit helps, and social media does their best to hinder the reach when you're trying to share something of that nature. So it any little bit can help us reach our goal. We would greatly appreciate it. So, we got several folks that are definitely interested in checking out the book, and we want to make sure we can get it into everybody's hands. So The shares are always appreciated. And I think over the weekend we'll be setting up a Facebook event for the launch, so everybody can check that out. And Andre says we're making a video post promoting the Kickstarter. So what I think we're planning on doing is we'll go live when the Kickstarter launches, and we will probably have some sort of video on the Kickstarter itself, which we totally got to work on this weekend. Unless Steph has already put something together that I'm not aware of, because she did the last one. And Andre, I know that's your bag, dude. So if you got any suggestions, I am always open to them. And it's funny because the reminder just went off on all my devices here. So last year, the year before, we actually applied to get Scarlet Huntress trademarked through the U.S. Trademark Patents Office, and I've still got a reminder that goes off to check on it, because we had to keep up with it to make sure that it was filed correctly and all that kind of stuff. So the reminder still goes off saying, hey, check on this thing, make sure it went through. Let's see. I don't know what TIL is, but Roald Dahl is responsible for popularizing Gremlins, and he wrote a book featuring them that was published by the Walt Disney Corp. That's some fun learning this morning. Yes, I did know that, and I actually have that book. If I understood it right, I don't think they published a book right off the bat. They made the little animated cartoon, because there was a version that Disney did, and there was a version that Warner Brothers did, or whoever it was at the time, with Looney Tunes. They each kind of had their own take on the whole Gremlin idea, and the Roald Dahl, the book either was re-released or finally got a release, probably about 10, maybe 12 years ago, and I picked it up when they did the release of it, because whatever it was I was following at the time, I kind of got all the inside scoop on it, and picked it up as soon as it came out. That would be something cool that hopefully gets added to Disney Plus at some point in time. Because yeah, it was all based off of World War II, mechanics, pilots. They blamed all the glitches on the airplanes and such on Gremlins. And I don't know if that originated from in overseas country where they were. I can't recall that off the top of my head. But all the, like I said, the pilots, mechanics, whatever, anytime they're having issues, they blame it on Gremlins. And I want to say it was like a local superstition to wherever they were stationed, but I could be wrong on that. And that's where the whole thing kind of came from. And whether or not Roald Dahl was there in person, I don't recall, or if it was just something that he had heard about and then wrote about, I don't remember. But yeah, I always found the ideas of him very intriguing. Just even outside of the classic Gremlins movies, where they came from, how they were popularized, and I do know that the whole origin where they popped out of or whatever is actually in the Gremlins movie. I just don't remember it off the top of my head. And that's how we worked it into our book and our stories. And because of the whole idea of like the military thing and the story that was in Scarlet Huntress Adventures. Scarlet comes up on some gremlins at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. Since we've based everything in Ohio and all the mysteries that surround Wright-Pat, we thought that would be a good location, good story element, whatnot to set everything and whatnot. Today I learned. Thank you. Yeah, trust me, I'm not hip on the weird abbreviation stuff on the interwebs. I'm one of those folks that get perturbed when people don't say the full word. Just a slight bit of OCD. Like, okay, what's the one I saw this morning? It was like MBMR or something like that. I can't remember. And I have a feeling it has something to do with memory. But yeah, things like that, I have no clue. I always got to look that stuff up. The only one that I've kind of gotten memorized now is am I the a-hole that, pops up on Reddit or whatever, or they try to ask the opinion if they're the ones being like the complete a-hole and having an opinion on something. Those I do find entertaining every once in a while when they pop up when somebody shares screenshots. And Jason, yeah, back at you. Thank you for giving me the abbreviation there, and for throwing out there the little tasty tidbit on Gremlins, because it's some fun stuff. I think that's part of why I got intrigued with doing the whole cryptid thing from the get-go, outside of just being a nut for watching that kind of stuff when it shows up on Discovery Channel, History Channel, Learning Channel, all those things when they do the cryptid stuff, finding Bigfoot and Loch Ness Monster, that kind of stuff. Just where and how the urban legends come to life. And I have, since we started this book, basically, we did our first version back in 2011, and then beginning of the year kind of started back up on doing this book, because I had been kicking it around since last year when we finished up the last Kickstarter, but it took a little bit longer than I anticipated to try to get everything fulfilled from the last Kickstarter and all that. So I've been kicking around all these ideas, whatnot, and kind of slowly been doing some research. But man, when I jumped into it, and since our book is centered around Ohio and stuff, I was looking up Ohio-based cryptids and discovered so many more that I was not aware of until really diving into this stuff. And it's just, I don't know, I find it kind of fascinating. Especially when I've had some interesting conversation with friends where they're pretty positive they've seen some of this stuff before, and myself included. I swear at least one time I saw a UFO. Who knows? But I don't know. It's fun. It's kind of one of those fun little tangent rabbit hole things to go down to, and kind of learn something along the way. Good, bad, right, wrong, indifferent, whatever. It's at least it's entertaining. All right, I am totally hitting that 30-minute mark. I need to get back on finishing up inks on this werewolf, so we got some stuff ready for some promo material for the launch here. So jump over and work on that here after the stream. Just want to say thanks again for everybody that tuned in, joined in the conversation. It's always appreciated when everybody's participating. Again, you can join Rodney Fike and I tonight, 8 o'clock Eastern, will be on my channels this evening, which are all up on the overlay on the screen there. Sean Forney Art and Sean Forney Illustration on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. We'll be drawing Blade and Hellboy tonight. Should be a lot of fun. I think everybody will get a kick out of it. So come on and join us. And then remember, head on over, hit the notify me on launch button over on the Kickstarter, which I'm sharing the link again. That way you're notified when we go live on Tuesday. And sorry, Danny, I just saw your message pop up. So again, these pieces that I'm sketching out now, they will be available in the Kickstarter. They're going to be random inserts. There'll be a package that includes the book and one of these 6x9 sketches. And you won't be able to pick the sketch. It'll just be a random insert. There's going to be 20 packages available because I'm hoping to have 20 pieces of art done by the end of the month. So there they are. There's the info. I hope everybody has a great rest of the day, and I hope we catch you again tonight. If not, have a great weekend, and then should be back Monday morning, 10 a.m. Eastern. Be back to sketching some more stuff for Cryptober here. Thanks so much, everybody. Have a good one. We'll catch you on the next stream.